From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Washington football team taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our sixth season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And, CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made, because last year we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer rating, CD, an all-time high. Completion percentage also an all-time high. So as you said, will those numbers continue to climb northward, or will the defenses adjust? First down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Adam Humphries deep to return. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Washington offense about ready to go to work. And at quarterback in his 17th season now in the NFL, piloting his 9th different franchise, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He's one of those guys that's been around the block a few times in the NFL. And at this stage in his career, what he lacks in big playability, he more than makes up for it in veteran leadership, a real knowledge of the game, and being a terrific locker room presence.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. At Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that'll bring up second down. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 48 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they'll run here with Gibson. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Face mask, defense.
So this defense, maybe a frustration penalty there with the success that he's had running the football in this first half.
Not an excuse to do that, but yes, they're looking to slow him down any way possible. That one's just not legal.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but it'll be second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
On second down, a run with Gibson. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Throwing Fitzpatrick to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. Season, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's set.
You're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected, because to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They got some guys who might need a year or 2 on the practice squad, so then we'll find out if they can actually play.
Good defense holds them to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Fitzpatrick now. And he fires one incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Fitzpatrick giving to Gibson on the draw. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Bert, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking with those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. He gets it to Humphreys. And he'll be out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards. For that last pass CD, he just added another notch to the old belt. What a career it's been. He's over 35,000 career passing yards now.
And when you say that number, over 35,000 yards, how many people have done that prior to him?
Right around 30.
Boy, that's a pretty good number. Now you're into a membership that means you've done a heck of a job in this league for a decent amount of time. You're recognized.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead grows to 10-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And Jared Cook's been doing this for a lot of years, the last 2 in New Orleans. The Chargers turned to him after losing Hunter Henry to New England in free agency, and they made a nice decision.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Herbert back to the air. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington. And now fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's the 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Fitzpatrick to McLaurin there, first down Washington.
Very good as a rookie. Terry McLaurin was even better in 2020. 87 catches for over 1,100 yards. He is definitely wide receiver 1 for the Washington football team.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. On second down, it's Gibson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On the draw, it's Gibson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. KJ Hill deep for the Chargers. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On first down, Justin Herbert. Throw left side, complete. That's Jackson. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 24, Herbert. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Austin Eckler, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. And again, Herbert. It's complete to Williams. Rams. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to find Cook here in the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Jared Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We begin in Atlanta. 2 rookie head coaches squaring off in the season opener. Nick Sirianni of Philadelphia taking on Arthur Smith in Atlanta. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. Matt Ryan has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Carson Wentz lighting things up. 3 touchdown passes there. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down now, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. A gain of 3, second down. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' third. The ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run with Gibson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2nd and 2. Gibson here running out of the gun. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back during your salad days in Evansville.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And it's a fumble. And does Washington have it? They do. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Oh, hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fitzgerald. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Now Fitzpatrick. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Washington. Adam Humphries, a 5-yard touchdown. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Austin Eckler got hurt last year, missed 6 games, but still finished with 54 catches, the 5th most by a running back in the NFL. But remember this, 2019, 92 catches. This guy's a definite threat out of the backfield.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they're going to Washington's 44-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Herbert now. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. 7 yards, the pickup there. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Don't do us like that.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To the air again, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. Pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 178 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Powers through him. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On 1st down, Gibson. And give him 6 yards here. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Washington, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.